and never happened got released to the public. As far as BuzzFeed, which is a failing pile of garbage, writing it, I think they're going to suffer the consequences. They already are. And as far as CNN going out of their way to build it up, and by the way, we just found out I was coming down. Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen is a very talented lawyer. He's a good lawyer in my firm. It was just reported that it wasn't this Michael Cohen they were talking about. So all night long, it's Michael Cohen. I said, I want to see your passport. He brings his passport to my office. I say, hey, wait a minute. He didn't leave the country. He wasn't out of the country. They had Michael Cohen of the Trump Organization was in Prague. It turned out to be a different Michael Cohen. It's a disgrace what took place. It's a disgrace. And I think they ought to apologize to start with Michael Cohen.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are attacking our news organization. Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically,
She's asking a question.
Mr.
Don't be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
You're attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you give us a question?
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Guys, Alpha Blue here. Who would have thought that the president-elect Donald Trump was going to call out fake news that you put on him and his correspondents and the people that work with him? Like, it was an easy fact for him to find out. And the story, just when I first saw it, I thought it was completely irrelevant, didn't really matter. And then I saw his speech come up where he said everything was a lie. And he checked the passport. And come to find out that this guy didn't even leave the goddamn country. And you motherfuckers went and made a whole news story about this. Again, trying to blast on Trump, our president-elect. And there you go. Now he's going to come out and he's going to start fact-checking all this stuff that you guys just keep wanting to go to the world news and basically make our president-elect look like not that good of a guy. It's kind of getting monotonous at this point. I think that, honestly, fortunately for me, unfortunately for you, I think a lot more of these stories are going to start coming out. I really think he's really going to start fact-checking. And all the rest of the people that you guys just seem to just not get enough of and want to just start drama. And basically just make your fake stories again and again. And I quite honestly think everybody's getting sick of it. So we're going to start fact-checking. And all of this is going to keep unraveling. I mean, it's kind of a shit show. First, when I saw it, I thought it was just completely fucking hilarious. To be honest with you. I knew as soon as he came on and said fake news, I was like, here we go. Trump is finally sick of all the shit that you guys have been throwing at him. So, I thought it was awesome. Great job. I'm glad he called out BuzzFeed. I mean, I can't really disagree with him when he says it's just complete fucking garbage, because, well, 98% of it is. So, quite honestly, you know, he's not being a bad guy. He's just spitting the truth. And I think that's what you guys need to start doing, is spitting the truth. Actually check your facts. What would it have taken you to check or to even call a motherfucker and at least get your sources right? You guys made a whole big deal about this. This is a whole goddamn news story, and none of it was real. All of it was fake. It quite honestly makes everybody else here think, well, what else are you guys lying about? What other news stories are fake and just complete propaganda? And I'm glad that he's finally coming out and finally putting it on the table that, dude, this is some bullshit and this needs to stop now. And the least he asks for right now is a fucking apology, which I still have not seen myself. I'm not sure if you guys have already done it. I'm sure you haven't, because, well, let's face it, you're probably not going to do it. And that's all he's asking for now. I imagine as time goes on and he sees more of these stories happening, that, yeah, well, when he starts going on and making more fucking conferences about you guys and your fake stories, and, well, I'm sure he's going to demand more out of you besides an apology. I would recommend an apology, seeing as, well, let's face it, it was all complete bullshit to the American fucking people and to the world. I mean, it's fucking CNN. You're world news, dude. So, I thought it was fucking funny, man. It is pretty fucking funny. Bravo, Trump. I'm glad you fucking stood up. And I cannot wait to see this shit happen again, because I'm sure it is. And I'll be there to laugh and make another video about it. And we'll all have a good time. So, CNN, I guess, keep lying. Donald Trump, keep fact checking. And that's Alpha Blue. I'm out. Peace.